The Torch of Truth. Wednesday, 6th of May, 2026. A single flame moves beyond one hand. The light passes not from weakness, but from necessity. One flame is no longer enough. The fire advances through minds that see the convergence of crises. Unrestrained overpopulation, mass consumerism driving infinite desire on a planet of finite resources, and a vast killingry machine that consumes trillions while livingry starves. This light seeks those ready to make the cognitive step function. Minds armed with the frameworks of cognitive poetry, sharp enough to dismantle old ways of thinking and construct new ones. Minds with the courage to think different. This is neither idle nor symbolic. This is more than perturbation. It is a deliberate act of multiplication. This is what Azlan Adnan desires for humanity. What this poem really means. This poem is the capstone of this collection. While the earlier poems showed Azlan Adnan's personal cognitive framework, from perturbation and the liminal space to intellectual integrity and mental liberation, this poem reveals his larger purpose. One mind is no longer enough. The ideas and clarity he has developed must now be passed on and deliberately multiplied. In the liberated word, he explained why he releases his ideas freely without gatekeeping or seeking reverence. This poem goes further. It is a deliberate undertaking to multiply that liberated thinking across many minds. Here, the flame represents the core truth and ideas he carries. The light symbolizes the clarity and cognitive frameworks he has developed. The fire represents the growing power and spread of that thinking. The poem makes it clear that this is not an idle or symbolic gesture. It is a serious undertaking to spread his way of thinking to many other people. Line by line analysis. A single flame moves beyond one hand. This means the truth and ideas Azlan carries can no longer be contained or carried by a single individual. The flame must now move beyond him. The light passes not from weakness, but from necessity. One flame is no longer enough. The passing of this light is not an act of humility or weakness. It is driven by pure necessity, because one person's understanding is no longer sufficient to address the scale of the problems facing humanity. The fire advances through minds that see the convergence of crises, unrestrained overpopulation, mass consumerism driving infinite desire on a planet of finite resources, and a vast killingry machine that consumes trillions while livingry starves. The ideas can only spread through people who clearly recognize the triple crisis facing humanity: uncontrolled population growth, endless consumerism on a finite planet, and a massive war economy that devours resources while human needs remain unmet. This light seeks those ready to make the cognitive step function. Minds armed with the frameworks of cognitive poetry, sharp enough to dismantle old ways of thinking and construct new ones. This light is actively searching for a specific type of person. It seeks individuals who are ready to make a fundamental leap in consciousness, what Azlan calls the cognitive step function. These people must be equipped with the mental tools and frameworks of cognitive poetry. They must have the intellectual ability to completely break down outdated and flawed ways of thinking, and they must also possess the capacity to build new, superior frameworks in their place. Minds with the courage to think different. It is looking for people who have the courage to break away from conventional mainstream thinking and dare to think in fundamentally new ways. This is neither idle nor symbolic. This entire effort is not an empty poetic exercise or a romantic gesture. It is serious and purposeful. This is more than perturbation. It is a deliberate act of multiplication. What began as individual cognitive disturbance in the earlier poems is no longer just that. This is now a conscious and deliberate undertaking to multiply that same clarity and thinking across many other minds. This is what Azlan Adnan desires for humanity. This is Azlan Adnan's ultimate desire, not just his own personal clarity, but the widespread multiplication of that clarity throughout humanity. About the author. Azlan Adnan is an autodidact and polymath. He holds a Master of Arts in International Business and Management from the University of Westminster, London, and a postgraduate certificate in teaching from Royal Holloway, University of London. His mind operates at high velocity and high granularity, rapidly synthesizing complex ideas while maintaining exceptional resolution and precision. This distinctive cognitive style, which moves fluidly across systems, layers, and deep causal connections, forms the foundation of his cognitive poetry.
His mind operates at a level that is visibly and measurably different from the average person. While most people think in linear, surface-level patterns and stay within narrow domains, Azlan thinks in systems, layers, and deep causal connections. He moves at high velocity, rapidly synthesizing ideas while maintaining exceptional granularity, seeing fine details and subtle relationships that others completely miss. This rare combination of speed and resolution allows him to cross-pollinate concepts from physics, medicine, philosophy, consciousness studies, nutrition, politics, international relations, and religion in ways that feel both surprising and inevitable once you see them. This distinctive cognitive style is the driving force behind everything he writes. You can see it clearly in every chapter of this book and across the entire Mind Science series. The way he builds models, challenges entrenched assumptions, and connects seemingly unrelated phenomena is not just a writing style. It is how his mind naturally functions. Azlan has written more than 100 books covering a remarkably wide range of subjects, including mind science, health and nutrition, politics, Islam, Russia, Iran, and international relations. Every single one of these books is released completely free in the public domain. All of them can be downloaded at no cost from Z Library. He deliberately places all his writings in the public domain because he believes that powerful, high-resolution ideas should not be locked behind paywalls or controlled by institutions. Knowledge and clarity of thought, in his view, belong to humanity. His goal is simple: to make these ideas freely available to anyone in the world who is ready and willing to engage with them, regardless of their financial situation or background. What you are about to read is therefore not an ordinary book. It is the direct output of a mind that thinks at a fundamentally different resolution. Every page reveals not only new ideas, but a completely different way of seeing and understanding reality itself. This is Azlan Adnan's Mind at Work.
A Writer's Manifesto by Azlan Adnan, M.A. As an agent provocateur and change agent, I write to shift paradigms. Nothing more, nothing less. I draw inspiration from Robert Baden-Powell's parting words, "Leave the world better than you found it." I also take heed of Buckminster Fuller's reminder, not to fight old systems, but to build new ones so compelling that the old becomes obsolete. So here is my pledge. Every book I write enters the public domain the moment it is finished. No royalties, no gatekeeping. Download my work from my Telegram channels, Z Library, and pass it along. Copy it. Quote it. Seed it into every mind that needs it. If you gain something from these words, wonderful. Spread them freely and help someone else along their path. Should you wish to contribute, do so voluntarily. Not more than 5% of what you earn this month. The same principle as T. Harv Eker's fifth jar. Treat it as a gesture of solidarity, not obligation. Whatever reaches me goes towards my various eye treatments. Keep the rest for yourself, and keep the chain moving forward. This is how we remake the world, one liberated idea at a time.
A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope, so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly, clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again, its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way, for others wandering through despair, to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul, and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.